understanding one basic concept about anyone will help to bring you a huge step closer to getting rid of your frustration towards others, and yes, women especially, regardless of how women may have hurt you in the past or how they continue to act in general toward you today. You need to remember this. Come to terms with and understand the simple answer to a question, and that is this: what is the primary instinct? What is the primal instinct of any life form? To survive. Now, I'm not excusing modern women today and the way they behave generally in light of a system that encourages and rewards them for behaving like arseholes, but women, like men, like any living thing, want to survive. And consider this, in a world where the media, advertising, news and so-called social truth is constantly pushing fear onto you, that life is hard, will I have a job tomorrow, will there be a war, what about this whole economic collapse and the migrant crisis, the xenophobia, will I be alone, does anyone care about me, I'm a loser, will I have a place to live, will I be able to eat? With all that induced anxiety floating around, understand that as Big Brother makes you nervous with fear, with all of this shit on purpose, they control you through the insecurities that they've saturated you with. They've made you alone by selling you virtual friends on social media and just repeatedly feeding you bad news. You know, looming financial crisis, telling women that men are just about to rape and throw them to the curb. Imminent wars. They've even made you fear speech, hate speech, words for fuck's sake. They've made you so fragile to such a degree that you need safe spaces and trigger warnings or you'll fall apart. They've made us so afraid of each other that we don't care about the other person. And more than that, we literally think that the other is always out to take advantage of us, so we avoid each other and hate each other. We treat one another with distaste and suspicion. I remember when I used to work in the city, and in the mornings as the sardine-packed train squealed to a stop to pick us all up on that platform, I'd try to be courteous and let other people off the train before I'd try and get on to get a seat myself, you know, be polite. But here's what happened every single time. Everyone else pushed through people coming out of the train like fucking hyenas, trying greedily to get a seat, with total disregard for exiting passengers. It was that dog-eat-dog mentality. I'd realised very early on that I can continue to be virtuous and polite, but the rude and greedy would always get the rewards and finish ahead of me. Most of us end up saying, fuck it, can't beat 'em, join 'em, and you start acting like a cunt as well. And that connection, that sensible connection to your instincts, wanting to survive, to exist, to not be taken advantage of, and to simply live, is the reason that through the fear in our culture and through the media that is directed at us on screens, it's why we don't treat each other well. And the sneaky trick here is our hate is justified by our very real lived experiences that have shown us that, hey, I've been nice and where has it got me? And when the media supports this narrative with exceptional horror stories saying, yeah, you're right, we're naturally protective over our own safety and lives. It's why we can justify our homophobia, xenophobia. It's why women justify misandry, regardless of the facts. It's why we're disconnected and lost in general. The safe job or screen-based simulacra of social media, 200 TV channels, 500 Facebook friends just doesn't cut it as a satisfying reality, and we feel it. When we walk around in the real world, worried about our lives, fearful of everyone, not trusting, not caring, not feeling, not looking people in the eye and just feeling depressed and lonely and disconnected, the system makes being fearful normal because they can control the world in that state. And here's the point to remember if you remember nothing else from this video. The system induces fear so that you operate from your base instincts. That is survival. And in survival mode, you largely feel alone. Be fearless. Go your own way and live. Later.